Happy Spookies, everybody. I hope you're all having a most excellent spooky month. And we are back with another video. I briefly just want to go ahead and talk about some movies that I've recently watched, as well as an unboxing video. It's been a while. I want to give a huge thank you and shout out to my buddy Alex, who was one of the two people who used to support me doing the horror packs. And he reached out recently. We were chatting, and he was very kind enough to send me a little mystery box of movies. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Really quick, I want to go ahead and talk about some movies I watched. Okay, so I want to talk about this movie that I recently watched on Tubi called Match. Go in blind. I know you're watching this video, and I'm going to wait to say a little bit more on the movie, but just go in blind right now. Like, go ahead and watch the movie. It's on Tubi. Okay, it's very jarring and a bit gross. There's some very just sickening matters that happen in the movie, but it was a wild ride nonetheless. I don't know how else to explain it. It was just very wild. That's the best fucking way I can explain it. It was a wild ass fucking movie. So go ahead and check it out if you're interested. Here's a quick synopsis. It's about this girl who is currently going to this guy's house that she's been talking with online but has not met him face to face. And, when they get there, he is currently not home, but his mother's home watching the house, and they're just kind of having a chit chat back and forth a little bit while they wait for the son to come back. That is all I am going to say. The next movie I briefly want to talk about is this other Tubi movie that just came out. It's called R.L. Stine's Pumpkinhead. Now, it's not about that Pumpkinhead, of course, but this is I don't know. I'm assuming it's a book that he wrote beforehand. It's got to be a book, an adaptation of a book or something of that sort. But this is all about first of all, it was really good. I was just jaw dropped. It's a very gateway horror movie. It's very kids, teenage centric, but still there's a lot of dark topics and things of that sort. And it's all about this sort of myth or monster Pumpkinhead dude. And this is as much of a spoiler, I will say. Whenever he does sort of capture a kid, whatever, that kid is essentially white. Its memory is white. So the main story is about this family, and unfortunately one of the kids does get snatched, and their memory is completely wiped from existence. And it's all up to this brother to try to figure out how to get the memory and his brother back. I know I gave away a little bit more, but there's a lot more to it. Good twists and turns, and like I said, it's a very good gateway horror, but I was just jaw dropped at how much I liked it. The story was captivating. The characters were really good in this, and its ending was I just wasn't expecting that. And I also want to talk about this other movie I recently watched called Marshmallow. Have y'all seen that? Man, that went to places I was not expecting it to go, and I really enjoyed it though, because it's all about this as vague as I can be. It's about this kid he's very shy, he's standoffish. He gets sent to this sort of I guess it's a summer camp, and they tell a ghost story there about some mad doctor. And at one point in the movie, it seems very slasher-esque, because you have this person going around that's dressed up like a sort of doctor with a shock. I don't know what they're called. It's like a taser, but it looks like a baton almost. And you see them often in movies, to shock people with them. And there's this guy in a suit going around taking all these kids. And I will say that much, but it really went into a direction I was not expecting ever. And for that, I gotta give it credit. I can see people disliking that, because it really goes from a horror-esque slasher movie, and it leans really hard towards sci-fi near the end. And for me, I love sci-fi horror. I'm totally down with that. But I can see people being like, what? Check out these movies. The first two are on Tubi. The next one we might have to rent. And now, the moment everybody is waiting for. Let's find out what we got today. Boom. Oh, we got, okay, this is my address. We got a little note right here. Let's see what it says. Howdy. Enjoy the movies. Please pass along any you have or already own to someone else. Sorry, the blank one is used. Love you and your friend. All right. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that nonetheless. So, we got a bunch of stuff here. Let's do. Oh, yes. I really dug this movie. I thought it was fucking amazing. I think it's very on point with what just has always been what women have to deal with pretty much all through the fucking movie life and everything of that sort. It was such a great movie. I thought the practical effects in this movie is, as well as amazing performances from everybody. Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley. I can't say that name. I'm fucking dumb right now. Really awesome movie. Fuck yeah. Thank you. That's a good start. That's a very good start to what we got here. And this is, Ed Wood. I think this is the guy that made Plan 9, right? I mean, I could be completely wrong on that, but I think that's who the director is. Unless, again, I am wrong, which I feel like I might be wrong. It's not that. Thank you for this one. I actually never heard of it. It says Tim Burton. Is this a Tim Burton? Yeah, I never heard of this one, to be honest. Thank you for that. Let's see what else we got. I just pulled this out. No way, bro. This is the fucking really cool 80s fucking movie. Hell yes, bro. This, I think Joe Bob showed this one time and it was such a cool fucking movie. It's a slipcover, Blu-ray. Oh, what? That's awesome. Fuck yeah, bro. Thank you so much for that. Alright, so this is The Nightmare on Elm. I think this is what he mentioned in the note right here. This is a used one, but that's completely okay. By the way, which is your favorite of the movies? I want to give a huge shout out to Part 3. As always, everybody loves Part 3. But you know which other one that doesn't get enough love is, I don't know why I really enjoy it, but Part 5. I think Part 5 is really good. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. Oh, that was it. All right, awesome. And once again, let's just go ahead and say thank you to Alex in the comments for doing that. That was very generous. I appreciate the hell out of these. I don't own any of these, so I'm very excited about that. Anyways, I'm going to shut up now. Happy spookies.